Hello guys, welcome back and let's continue studying. So the second hand that I'm going to study today I think is a very interesting one. Look here, so this is this one. Well, I don't study the hand, I study the board, right? So this is a very interesting board. I have no idea how to play on this board. I think we will go into full defense because we don't kind of hit this board almost at all, right? So we are going, I opened up with ace jack on UTG and let's see what happened here. Let's go play. Okay, wait a second. What just happened there? So the guy on the button exactly called me. Look here, guys. The guy on the button called me and we have here 2-5-4. I think this is a very complicated board and look at this one. He has a super huge advantage here and he bets here 33%. Okay, I think he can bet 50% as well. So I will take into account, pretend that he bets 50%. After this, it is much easier for you to understand what you defend with. If you know what you defend with versus a 50% bet, you will definitely know what to defend with versus a 33% bet, right? Because he bets, you see, 33% of the pot here. Okay, good. Now let's see, guys. First, as always, I'm going to construct my opening range on UTG, and this is going to be ace jack plus 35% of ace 10, and here king queen 6 plus, here like this. Yeah. So this is always a good practice for me to to have my range here. And you do this with all the ranges, you will be really good. You won't have any problems with like thinking, okay, what do I open, what do I fold? You don't gamble in this way, you control yourself very strictly. Okay, good. Now this is the amount of hands that I have, and the flop that comes is crazy. 2-5-4 rainbow. Okay, so 2-5-4, 2-5-4 rainbow, absolute rainbow. Like how to play this hand here. Like, do we ever bet here? I think versus ultimate super passive players you can bet here. But other than that, I think I would go into full defense. And the reason for that is I have only over pairs. I only have over pairs, and at the same time our opponent has sets of 2, sets of 4, sets of 5. Our opponent has 5-4 suited, right? Our opponent has ace 3 suited. We have it too, by the way, but our opponent has it too, right? And our opponent has as well, might have maybe 5-3 suited. Our opponent has 6-7 suited more than we do, because we have only one combination here, right? And our opponent will have 4 combinations. So as you can see, we are really hugely dominated here by our opponent. Our opponent will strike this flop very well. So of course, as I told you, we have a lot of over pairs here on this board, right? And we do have something. But at the same time, like, I think it's really hard for us to play. I will think, what if I really wanted to bet here? What would I bet? I think the best candidates would be 6 and 7, because they go over 5s, right? And okay, set of 5s, set of 2, set of 4, maybe 5-4 suited, right? Okay, something like this. I think I would bet ace 5 fully, right? And what bluffs would I have here? Would I have enough bluffs here? Maybe ace 3 would bluff fully. 6-5 would be like semi bluff, semi value hand. I think this one 7-6. Okay, 3-3 would bluff fully. Okay, and maybe ace 2, ace 4. Can they be counted as bluffs? Ace 4, I don't want to bet. The perfect second pair here. Ace 2, to be honest, is really good to defend here as well. So you see, like, we don't even have enough bluffs here. That's why, like, usually solvers, they suggest, okay, you don't have even enough bluffs. Why would you bet then, right? And this is exactly the situation that is happening. Maybe I could just pull out one more bluff like this one. So you see, we have like value bets. We would have 17.15 and bluff bets 7.65. That's not enough. Okay, so when this situation happens, we need to defend more. We start checking more and playing accordingly, you know, because we can check raise potentially with all these that I just showed you. We can check raise with all this, you know, and with your check raise you will be more profitable. Okay, you will make more profit, you will make more money on this board if you check raise with these hands. That's why these hands are particularly good in terms of check calling here and defending, right? You know, we don't have enough bluffs to balance here. So no need to just bet your value hands and see how your opponent folds. Let your opponent bluff and check raise him with some potentially very good hands here. Okay, now let's see. So we're going to defend here, right? Okay, let me just clean up these ranges here, these value bets and bluff bets. And now we're going to check fully how we're going to defend. Okay, let me take out my calculator here. Okay, just a second. Calculator. Okay, let's see. So if our opponent is going to bet, I will pretend the opponent bets 50%, okay? So that I could see better what I definitely call here, so that I don't overcall. Okay, we have 182.5, okay? Multiply 0.67. Okay, so this is the number that I'm going to have, 122.275. Wow, this is a very huge number, but I think we still can do this. So first I'll just see what like full scale of hands that I'm going to definitely play. Of course, we're going to play all of our pairs, all of our 4s, 5s, 6s, and gut shots. All these guys we play here. I think we play kind of like around aces as well, right? Because we need just 3. We need to strike 3 and we will be good, kind of good. We will have to be very careful. We will still be check calling even if we have 3 here, because our opponent might already have complete his higher straight, right? The opponent might have 5-6 or ace-6, right? Or king-6 possibly if they are wide. Yeah, so thus they will be already dominating our lower straight with their higher straight. And I don't want to lose the whole stack, so let me have my lower straight in my defense, okay? And thus I will decrease the amount of losses. Okay, so this is good. 100. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, so this is already a good number. Look at this. This is fantastic. You see, we fold 9-8. We fold all these Broadway hands. We fold all these King 9, Queen 9, Jack 9, 10, 9. Yeah, and we actually even overcall here a little bit. I can say it is fine to overcall. If you want to drop something, I think you possibly would want to to drop, I wanted to say. You want to drop maybe something that doesn't strike the color here. So maybe we will drop some of the clubs, okay? And maybe you can call like this then, if you want, right? Because clubs, you see, they don't have the flush draw potential. So maybe, or maybe you can drop some of these guys, like ace jack, ace 10, right? You can drop them potentially. Though I would prefer maybe to drop these guys more, because these guys, they have more blocker effects for draw flushes. Though, do I want to actually block the draw flushes of the opponent? Not that much. Let him bluff with his draw flushes possibly, right? Okay, so maybe like this, maybe like this, maybe like this. Okay, so maybe this is the amount of hands that I'm going to call here. This is approximately the number. Maybe I will increase a little bit with ace jack, yeah? Yeah, maybe like this, okay? Maybe 75% I call with ace jack. Like this. Yeah, look. Okay, something like this is fine. Look, we found some optimal strategy. As you can see, we drop significant amounts of these guys. Do I want to drop these guys that much? Or I still want to call with some Broadway draw flushes here? I think this is where, like, if the opponent bets 33% of the pot, maybe you want to call with these guys. If the opponent bets 50% of the pot, now it might be already more difficult, and I think you are in between calling and folding these guys, right? So I think, yeah, I think it should be like this. If the opponent bets just a little bit, you see, if the opponent bets only 33%, you have to defend much, much more. Where is my minimum defense frequency file? Let me pull it up and let's see. Actually, it doesn't have the versus 33% bet, so we won't find it there. But like overall, you should call much more. You should call not 67, but like 78 as far as I remember. And then let's take a look. We would have more combinations. 182.5 multiply 78%. So look, this is the number of hands that we have to call versus a 33% bet. So you see, we would call these guys, we would call these guys, we would call fully our broadways here like this. Yeah, look, you see, and we would have this amount. But versus our opponent's 33%, right, we might want to drop some hands here so we don't have this number, right? We had a lower number there, that is 182.5 multiplies 0.67. You see, that's the thing, that some of your cards, they don't have potential anymore. So that's why, like, you don't want to call that much versus our opponent's 50% bet. Maybe you call like this maybe, right? And maybe here you decrease as well the call with these guys. You can drop them, you can call them. Voila. Voila. Wow, now this is perfect. I'm satisfied. Yeah, I think versus a 50% bet, I'm going to call like this. Good. So now the question is, what do we check raise here, right? Because we don't have enough, we have to defend with check raises as well. So let's see, what do we check raise here? Do I want to check raise to 2? Not that much. 5-5 maybe, 4-4. Okay, let's imagine I raise my 2-2 as well, and ace-5. Ace-5 is very powerful here, right? So we have so far here 6.65, 4.65, maybe 6-6 we can check raise. I wouldn't risk check raise in 7-7 because we don't block our opponent's 6-5 and 5-5 in this case, right? Our opponent's sets, we don't block them. And as for 6s, they block our opponent's sets quite, block our opponent's 5s at least. And if he has a set, we can catch a 3 and we will be advantageous, right? So I think these hands are kind of good to check raise. How can we balance this? 5-4 suited as well, right? And possibly ace-3 as our super powerful straight. Now, how can we balance this with our bluffs? Do we have enough bluffs here to check raise with them in this way? So this is the question, I think. And I think we can bluff raise 6-5. We can bluff raise 7-6. I think 8-7 is quite possible without clubs. Maybe with clubs as well, because we just need one card to catch, so fine. 3-3, we can check raise this. Okay, what else can we check raise? 5-4. And as you can see, guys, we don't even have enough bluffs here to check raise with. Wow, that's quite a discovery. You see, because like, what else do can we call with to improve to the ultimate hand? Ace-4, ace-2, and catch 3 and be dominated by the opponent's higher straight? Not an option. You see, so this is so tough here, so tough. That's why I think the amount of our value check raises should be less. I want to have a couple of my powerful straights on the turn, so I decrease this number here, like this. Okay, I want to decrease the number of value raises with 6s. Okay, I want to have some 6s in my check call here. Okay, as for ace-5, I really want to bet all of them. Still, guys, look here, we don't have enough bluffs here. You see, that's why this board is complicated, really complicated. Maybe we should just fully call here, then like this, right? Fully call with these guys, like this, like this, like this, like this. Maybe we shouldn't even bluff at all, right? Maybe we should think about bluff check raising on the turn, right, or on the river. So this is a very complicated board. I think this is the one where we would like to actually check out our solver possibly. Let's go to the solver. Let's take a look how the solver plays. What do they suggest here? Okay, let me put the solver up here. Okay, I go to the GTO wizard. Okay. Are you gonna load forever? Okay, let me try to reload it. Okay, here we are. What's going on, man? Okay, good. It was thinking. Okay, let's see. We open up on UTG. The guy... What's going on? That's so strange. Something happened to this GTO wizard. Man, what's wrong with it? Okay. Okay, so we open up. The guy on the button calls. The guys on the small blind, big blind fold. And let's try to put what we had there. 2, 4, 5 rainbow. 2, 4, 5 rainbow. And what do they suggest? And exactly, you see, as I told you, the solver suggests to go for the full check here, and that's what we're going to do. Let's imagine we fully check here. I check, and the button then, what does the button do? Okay, look, the button bets a lot actually, bets 33%, bets 50%, or bets 75%, okay? Well, mostly like 50 and 33. Look, the opponent is going to bet approximately 50 combinations, right? That's a lot of combinations. Wow, look, so many hands that the opponent is kind of like supposed to bet here, right? Very interesting to see, like a lot. Okay, now let's imagine the opponent bets, okay? The opponent bets 50%. Now, what am I going to do versus a 50% bet? Wow, look at that. So these guys, I don't have them. All king 9, queen 9, I folded them correctly. I folded these guys correctly as well. And look, fold some of these bottom guys as well, right? We start calling some of our, exactly, you see? That's what I thought. We can call 50% of our broadways here. You see, we call all aces most of the time. We can fold some of the aces, ace of clubs. That's fine to fold them, not that much potential. Okay, ace 9, ace 10, ace jack of clubs. We can fold ace 8, ace 7. We fold, but I don't play ace 8, ace 7, ace 6, as you remember. And now, what are we going to raise here? Look, we raise 40 combinations. I think this one is very maybe value heavy here. Let's see. 2 2, yes. 5 5, 4 4, okay. 6 6, as I told you, you see 50% of the time. Wow, you see, we raised so well here, right? 7 6 as the draw straight, right? And potential draw flushes there. Okay. The solver plays as well ace 6, king 6 as their check raises. I don't have them, right? This one, ace 5, you see check raise. Okay, ace 4, not that much. That's why I put myself this into my check calling range. Ace 2, the solver likes to bluff ace 2, but still can check call as well. Ace 3, you see check raise, and some combinations going to check call. 3-3, interesting to see. The solver decides to call fully this 3-3 to maybe check raise on the turn, right? 5-4, not fully. Look, some 5-4, right? They combine 6-5, some of 6-5. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with my bottom check raising range in case the opponent is going to be aggressive here. Okay, what about these guys? Ace Jack. Very interesting to see. So the solver decides to check raise these ace jacks, maybe in order to make our opponent's king queen fold, right? Or ace queen, maybe. Okay, okay. And look, aces are going to check raise here 75% of the time. Kings, queens, jacks. But I don't like these check raises that much. I think we're very value heavy in this way on this board. I think this is really... maybe I would play check call with them all three streets. I mean, like, depending on the upcoming cards, right? But this is very good to see that, you know, actually maybe we can use it sometimes in our strategy, right? You see jack, jack, queen, queen, king, king, ace, ace. It's 75%, 50%, 50%, maybe 33, 25%, jack, jack, right? And we combine this with the bluff check raise with ace, jack. Very interesting to see how the solver thinks about this. We don't play these guys, we don't play a lot of these guys, right? In our range we don't have it. This solver has it. But anyway, voila, I think this is a very interesting hand. Okay, let me try to recreate the check raises here that we have. So 5, 5, 4, 4, 6, 6, 50% of the time, right? Like this, it was the 60%, my friends. Okay, and 2, 2 is going to check raise. Okay, so the solver likes to check raise some of these threes most of the time. Actually, like these, the solver check raises. Wait a second, 50% approximately of all these guys. Like these, like these. Okay, so the solver likes to check raise these guys. Why don't I have enough here? Okay, everything except for these and 50%. So we need to go for... Okay, I know, we need to decrease and then we need to increase like this. And plus all these like aces, kings, queens, jacks. Like, I mean, I don't quite like so many check raises here. Well, this one goes into check raise. 7, 6, 5, 4, 8, 7. What about 8, 7? Does the solver raise 8, 7? No, they don't. They just prefer to catch the gut shot, right? So they don't raise it. Very interesting to see that. Okay, then no. Yeah, in the check calling range. Okay, good. And so some of these guys, right? 50% of aces. Let me decrease it. Okay, 50%. Okay, let it be 50-50. Okay, and jacks 25%. 75 are going to call and 25 are going to raise. 50 here, 50%. Okay, 50, 50, 50, and here 25. Yeah, so approximately like this, we are coming closer to the number of the solver, though we don't have still like that many hands in our check raising range. I prefer usually to think and to balance. You see my value raises, my bluff raises. The solver thinks in a little bit different way that everyone plays perfectly, right? Yeah. Anyway, it was a very interesting hand to study. As you can see, we are going to defend here a lot. We don't play aggressively because we don't even have enough bluffs here. Yeah. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this analysis of the hand. So thank you very much and see you in the next video. Bye bye.